supplies are unloaded, they may never start again because of the thinness of the air. While the supplies are unloaded, troops wait for the moment when they can run for the chopper and jump aboard, to be taken to the valleys for a well-earned break from the front line. They will leave their friends and colleagues, their brothers in arms, in this camp. Soldiers who will soon be marching some 5,000 feet higher, to the roof of the world itself.
And provisioning of basic necessities, including war material, is provided from this place. And from here, keeping the medical advice in view for the high altitude requirements, we carry out the acclimatization of the troops which have to go and assume responsibilities on the forward area. So what we do, we welcome them here in a helicopter, and then we put them through light exercises and mainly resting, but very light exercises for about 7 days. Then we equip them with the equipment necessary for high altitude, and we then send them to first stage of the forward area. The first major camp between this place and is 4 days approach march. During those 4 days approach march, the troops also get acclimatized as they gradually climb the height.
Difficulties in this area are that, first of all, the terrain, the mountains, they are very high. Then we fly in the valleys as a matter of rule. And the valleys, at times, they are so narrow that there is no room for turning back. Right? Then you fly over the glaciers. The glaciers are at times as long as 40 to 45 kilometers long. And continuously you have to fly over the glaciers. And God forbid, if you have an emergency and if you have to land anyway, you've got no place. Then connected to the terrain is the wind condition. The winds normally are very, very fast here. They go up to 40 to 50 kilometers at time. And as you've seen the helicopters that we fly, they're very light. The controllability of the helicopters becomes very difficult in such winds. And because of the broken terrain and the glacier, the turbulence is so much that at times we have to leave the helicopter on the mercy of the turbulence, because if you fight the turbulence, then it might disintegrate the helicopter itself. But there are places higher up where you don't have any choice of the approach direction. If you are coming in tailwind, you have to land in tailwind. Once you're committed for landing, then there's no going around, because there's a mountain ahead. If you want to abort that landing and you want to go around, you can't do that. You are committed to land. And mostly, there is no margin of error. Where Puma stops working, that's where we start working. From 4,000 meters onwards till 5,800 meters, that's the job of the Lama to take the load there. The reason for doing this job is that the people that we are supporting, the troops there, that they are sitting up there, they are my brothers. I belong to the same army that they are working for. If they require something and it cannot be taken by anything else, I have to take it. It gives you a sense of achievement. You are doing something for somebody. And there's no other way that these people can be supported. At these altitudes, they can't carry their load on their backs. So we have to do that.
We have to establish the post opposite to enemy post to keep constant watch on the enemy activities and then take proper action in the case of need, whether it is by small arms or by artillery guns. And then as far as the living conditions are concerned, we have benefited with the igloos made of fabric blouse. And then we have the improvised bunkers also. Though these igloos and bunkers will not solve any problem as far as the low temperatures are concerned, we have the heating arrangements also, different types of heating arrangements, like oil stoves and other things. With that, we can live comfortably, and our troops are quite tough, and they can stay outside also, even during the winters and in extreme low temperatures. The problem is various diseases like breathlessness, severe headache, chest pain, then edema, vomiting, nausea. These are the common diseases. And whosoever comes here, he has to face all these problems. And he has to face a number of difficulties. And our troops are vulnerable to frostbite cases also.
I think it's simply said one of the most difficult terrain in the world. This is probably the highest battlefield in the world, and it has all its connected problems related to the terrain, the weather, these two being the two more important contributing factors to casualties and to the sufferings of the people that way. And the third one is definitely the enemy. Here the temperatures are minus 38, minus 40s at times, even more than that. And most of the time it is the terrain and the weather. I think it's an operation where I can say absolutely clearly where my men are showing their gallantry, their determination, their extreme love for the country to be able to defend every rock in this area.
To the troops that are in this area, aviation is a lifeline, because the altitudes that I was mentioning before, it is very difficult to maintain the supply of rations, the carriage of ammunition, and the evacuation of casualties. So the troops that we have in this area mainly rely on aviation for casualty evacuation, for passage of information at times, and also for supply of critical stores.
Through the years, Pakistan Army helicopter pilots have continued to defy the dangers of hurricanes, blizzards, mountain walls and treacherous glaciers to support their brothers in arms. They fly where no aircraft should and take to the men in the front line the knowledge that they are not forgotten. Scarcely anything grows here.